Hey people, 5 Aces here, and welcome to the match of the month. Now, SoScared has fired up the casting forge again. This is a hands-off cast. SoScared has done all the camera work. Look, no hands, hashtag no hands, which allows me to a bit more freedom and maneuverability as we're getting our game underway, which has been, by the way, played on the unplugged ladder system. So it's a ranked system that SoScared has invented, which uses ELO, by the way, or some sort of replacement ELO. So anyway, without further ado, let's introduce our combatants. In the bottom left, spawning as Germany in his traditional green. He's had more. Him and my channel go together like Trump and Fox News. He has a fair share of representation on this channel, it's fair to say at least. It's Orb. And his opponent, the man, the myth, the legend, the creator himself, the man who created the Unplugged mod all by himself, out of sheer boredom, I guess. It is Mr. SoScared, live from Norway. This is going to be a good match, both of these top-tier players, even though SoScared hasn't played a lot recently, or at least so he claims, but I see him online every stream. Anyway, so a bit of early aggression and a double ref build for both seems to be relatively standard. Now, what has changed in the Unplugged mod? For those of you who don't know, couple balance changes that are just nice. Like, for example, every single unit has more vision, so scouting becomes easier, scouting becomes more prevalent, it's easier to take good engagements and retreat from bad ones. By the way, I see a click tile error here on the map. Anyway, map is Forgotten Plains, one of my favorite new maps. SoScared sending back his engineer, and he's attacking into a pack of rifles there. That's probably not the position you want to be in. That's pretty much a death trap here, but force is overwhelming and the medic in the backlines. So just adding in one little medic to the mix in the early game is just going to have so much of an impact. It's going to save all these units there. Nice, is going to capture the Derrick, and thus the early aggression of Orb has been rendered pointless. Anyway, what's different in Unplugged? There are different faction specials. For example, Germany now has the German medium tank, just like it does in... It's like a tank destroyer from RA2. The Brits are pretty much unchanged from the live RA or live open array version. I think nothing too special there. Oh, they've got the sniper drop, which, by the way, I have implemented in one of my mod maps back then, and it kind of didn't catch on with the devs. They were like, they thought it would alienate people. But SoScared has implemented it here, which is cool to see. Both still with the double ref, War Factory ready for both. Orb is a bit behind. Well, it doesn't matter if SoScared is busy microing here anyway. Orb gets the better end of the trade here. Medic gonna heal up some forces, but not enough to make a difference. Medic down! Good lord. That early game. On the left-hand side we're seeing a flank. This is probably an engineer. I'm not entirely convinced though, and we're seeing light tank versus ranger rush. This is okay. Okay, it's getting a bit spicy. Divergent builds here. So the early pressure vehicle, neither of them going for a super greedy build, not the ZX Ganon method where you just forfeit early scout control in favor of like 6 harvesters by minute 4. No sir, this is gonna be light pressure indeed. And 20 rifles stacked up here. This is gonna be a good engagement for the light tank. Oh, he just needs to find the crushes. What is he doing? He's going for the ranger. SoScared, pan back the camera! It's nice for a change, because people were complaining about my twitchy movements with the camera, so yeah, to those people, you don't have to do that in this cast. You can now instead complain about SoScared's twitchy camera movements. Kappa Pride. Alright, good. That's the crushes we wanted to see. Rockets going in deep. Ooh, the tank just a little bit too deep. SoScared needs to get the chase started. Doesn't happen. But SoScared is slightly ahead on the MCV timing, just a mere 4 seconds, but it's gonna allow him to at least get his expo out safely without any more pressure to his main. I think both might still be in the stage where they're equaling up 5 over 5 and 5 harvesters respectively. Pretty even trade. Yeah, 5 and 5. And we're gonna see an expansion refinery very momentarily. By the way, this map is just so cool to play, and the reason for that is this dense forest that walls you off from your natural, so you can't simply claim, or well, you have a natural to the south and a natural to the north. And the natural that is walled off by the dense forest is really hard to take, despite it being very close. So this allows for super great flanks, eco raids, just more tactical play. Because whenever there's a map that doesn't have much space to build on, flanking routes become interesting. Because it's not very much of a skill in my opinion to just plaster everything with static D. But on the other hand, if there is no space for static D, well, that's where tactics come into play. So SoScared is spawning as Brits, which means that he's not going to have access to the tank destroyer German medium tanks, which Orb does. Those are more expensive. They have like an extended barrel, which we're going to see in a couple seconds, but they are lethal. And already up to double war factory production, I think Orb knows this. He's going for mass tank production here. Mass German medium tank, mass German steel. The full-on tank doctrine. Also, a nice little an underappreciated perk for me is usually I don't have the music in when I'm casting, and right now everything is pre-recorded. You're seeing a pre-recorded message here, so this allows me to just listen to the music for once, which is awesome. Yeah, Unplugged is a really amazing and ambitious project, and I have to highly commend SoScared for his efforts there. He has sunk a lot of work into this, and I really think he's been doing a good job making it distinct from the other mods, and especially his efforts with the ranked system, because the devs have stated that eventually they want to implement this in the live open array, but I think no contributors at the time being, so it's gonna be way off still. SoScared's Fight of Light Reflex is triggered. He's got 3 hotkey groups, one of them is sneaking in through the south, the other one is getting pincered however. Ouch! So if Orb moves in now, this is gonna be pretty deadly. Nice crushes here. The medium's doing a number. Look at this, this is only 1 medium tank and 1 rocket soldier, and it's blasting the tanks of SoScared. Yikes! Friendly fire of the Zooks finally finishing off the second tank here. So Orb's got the tank advantage. Not only that, he also has war factory production advantage. You never want to give it to the man. But there is tech advantage for SoScared, so as long as there is light, there is hope. And the Radar Dome does provide you with a light and a sniper drop. Oh, he renamed it. It's Intel drop now, as you can see on the support power taskbar. There we go. That's a mouthful. So 2 more tanks being dispatched here by Mr. Orb are going to tackle the refinery. Probably going for the harvester. No, too many turrets there. But look at what they're doing to turrets as well. They're shredding heavy armor. And turrets are, you guessed it right, heavy armor. Yeah, so in that case, a Tesla coil would have been way more helpful. But SoScared being on point with the micro. Who says that this man is rusty? No way. No way this guy's rusty. Nice harvester pullback here. Another turret as well. Heavily fortified in the middle. That's SoScared. And so he's moving a bit forward, which is interesting. He isn't sticking to his main expansion. He's moved out a bit forward on the map. And the big push is coming in onto the main base, but the first Hind is out. So SoScared really needs to make this count. He needs to make this count, or he needs to make a discount. Alright, there's the 5-finger discount on a couple rockets. No? Maybe no? No? Yes, maybe? I don't know. Can you repeat the question? Hind being a bit indecisive here. SoScared could have gone in. There was not much anti-air. And now the tanks are allowed to consolidate, because the best thing you can do is cut off your opponent's supply routes. And like this army would have been trapped if he had managed to just put a cork into this, into the flanking route. And I'm seeing on the minimap, top side, 4 mediums, or 4 German mediums are actually trying to tackle it. Well, Derek, probably going for the eco lines afterwards. Nice little eco raid. Orb is responding with his own Radar Dome, and I think right now this is an overcommitment from SoScared, moving all his entire forces up north. There's a little dispatch up south, but it's going to be met with so much infantry. Despite going mass war factories, Orb seems to be always having mass infantry as well. Always has infantry advantage somehow. Artie's out. These Arties need to make a dent into the armored columns there, or into the infantry. Oh no, he's being outflanked. Oh no. The entire army is out of position there. Oh! Rocket soldiers have been rallied to the north. So, coming to your aid. Oh, a turret as well. Jeez, he's gotten so many pushes. Well, the tanks are getting low, but so far none of them have died. There's still... Oh god, and now it's riflemen only. Oh, that's unfortunate timing. SoScared immediately needs to cancel the queue and go for these mediums. So good in the harvester pullback though. Yeah, 3 remaining. and the turret just to seal the deal. Alright, so this push is being cleaned up. Nothing actually lost from SoScared. I really admire his dedication there. The other Harvester, by the way, has regen up to almost 30%. Goes down to being in the one-shot kill range. So anyway, intel drop is almost en route. Ooh, big push on the southern front as well. But the Hinds are there. Ooh, first Hind goes down. That was unnecessary. Could have struck from the shadows. With Hinds, you always want to fight from the shadows. You want to abuse your line of sight advantage. Orb is trying to chase after the MCV, but not for now. Getting the consolation prize, a little Harvester. And closing the sack are SoScared's troops, but is it enough? Yeah, there's 2 artilleries. No air yet for Orb. 20 seconds until his air force comes online. The Orb airline's being a bit delayed today. We're expecting some delay to the rough weather conditions here on Forgotten Plains. Okay, an anti-air gun as well, just as a deterrent. And artillery production has started for Orb, so he's responding the same way in here. He's not fucking around with more medium tanks there. Ooh, this is gonna be a good push. What the hell? Has Orb noticed? Did he somehow scout this? He can't have. There was no way for him to scout this. So, this is it. Do or die. Kill the construction yard or suffer heavy losses as a consequence. Because Orb has gotten defender's advantage. He's gotten behind there. This might be a refinery down. That's not too bad. Oh, on the other side, more German mediums. But SoScared always on the ball, just pulling back his Harvesters whenever the need arises. Again, heavy overcommitment, but yeah. Orb actually suffering some losses there, suffering some minor blows at least. The econ appears to be even for now. Yeah, he just doesn't need to commit here. He doesn't need to commit too much into this, like, this is just 3 mediums. And he's already positioned himself perfectly to intercept. Nice, good call. Oh my goodness, and 2 artilleries for free? Is that his birthday? Is that him? The man, the myth, the legend. My goodness, such a good position for SoScared. Just needs to not die to this push. Now he's got mass Hinds. He's got a big army. He's gotten all his Harvesters still. -1. Scratch that, make it -2. He's still okay. He's still in an okay spot. Hasn't lost too much there. Oh, the anti-air gun going down as well. Unfortunate. I would really like to see the sniper drop. Okay, this needs to be an A move. This needs to be the Hinds firing. Ooh. They were out of ammo mostly. And thus, Orb retains most of his rockets, retains most of his mediums. And he's free to take the flank. He's free to take SoScared's natural. So a little bait and switch there. Alright, SoScared is pushing back heavily. He's invested into gap generators. Those are unplugged on tier 2. As opposed to tier 3 in the regular mod. They can kill a Raider Dome. Whoa, 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 buddy. That might be the Raider Dome down. Oh no. Oh no, SoScared should deploy his helipad. He's gonna lose a Hind too. Oh, that's game changing. The intel drop never got out. What an unfortunate turn of events there. Just the lack of a prepared anti-air gun. Costing him the Raider Dome, costing him the intel drop. In case you guys don't know, snipers are super interesting. They camouflage when not shooting, and you can't really detect them outside of like static D, spies, mammoth tanks, and dogs. Right. So you need to commit into detecting them, and if your opponent just puts them on hold fire, they're just a free scout. Okay, into the eco lines go SoScared's mediums, but I don't know if that's the best call. It was just a couple mediums. Ooh, Zook misses. SoScared is ahead in the destroyed tab. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess he defended the first 2 pushes, so it's kind of understandable. But Orb is starting to consume half of his map. And he's gotten the better position. He's got a positional advantage there. Oh, he needs to kill the refinery right there. Stat. Kill the ref. Kill it with fire! Yes. Excellent. Excellent. He doesn't need to focus the Harvesters here because really there's 4 Harvesters. That's like an entire grasshopper, like an entire locust swarm. Look at this. This is gonna suck it dry. It's gonna give the ore field the old lick and suck. Gonna lick and suck it dry within a couple seconds. We've gotten the SoScared special, the unpowered Raider Dome. I don't know, he still insists on doing that. It saves you like 40 power. Honestly, just build another advanced power plant. It's the the easiest solution there. This is the southern part that's a bit unprotected. SoScared's forces are a bit in disarray anyway. He doesn't have eyes on the flanks. He's flanking with 2 tanks himself, not too bad. Trying to chip away at the Harvester. Alright, alright. Nah, that's been cool. No, wait, so... Oh, Orb microed it. Now you can see how much of a dent this put, the tank destroyers put into regular tanks. Which is gross to watch. The only quarrel I have with those is that the long barrel isn't really distinct enough. It doesn't really look like it's a different unit. It looks like a regular medium tank. 7 Harvesters on this field. What the hell is going on? Uh-oh, and SoScared wants to push without armor. This is a rookie mistake there. No, SoScared is throwing this. What is he doing there? Into an artillery as well. It's like the worst case scenario. Artillery goes down. Okay, now the focus needs to be in the south. That was pretty good. That was alright, but the entire infantry is down. And thus, artillery are toast. Freebies! Scoutilleries for everyone. Almost identical timings on the tech center as well. Oh my goodness, just two mediums. Taking out 2 Harvesters and like the pack of tanks of SoScared completely idle. Oh, he just notices now. That's gonna be a bit frustrating. Losing your entire eco lines to a completely avoidable push. SoScared is standing a bit too close to the sun. Step back, son, lest you risk losing your entire infantry. It happened off screen, but I heard the death screams, so the good old Wilhelm screams. I know that something bad has gone down. PTSD for all those survivors. The medic can heal the wounds, but can he heal the PTSD? I'm pretty sure he can't. Oh, Orb in such a dominant position now, just because this expansion hasn't been dealt with. SoScared is in tier 3 with the longbows, so you can at least snipe some Harvesters. It's really difficult to get an anti-air gun here on this ore field. This can easily get camped, and that's what I'm talking about when I mean it's an interesting map, because this expansion is so hard to hold. And easy to eco-harass, so it makes for interesting games. Good micro by Orb, pulling back the Harvester as well. Retaining it there, tech centers both up. Yes. Yeah, but right now the big problem here for SoScared is he's on a timer, because Orb is depleting his force so much faster. Sure, he can get a couple return kills on Harvesters, but really, he's playing against the clock here. Also needs to retake the bottom left and bottom right as well. So he has got 2 unclaimed ore patches, and Orb is just... Orb's just been soaking up all the ore. Just like the hungry hippo. Orb, the hungry hippo of open array. Sucking him dry, sucking the ore fields dry there. Yeah, this is now such a staggering force. This force is gonna spearhead into the base, and it's really hard to stop now. Oh, Tanya as well. Ha! Longbow duels go in SoScared's favor, but a big wide front here. Forces spearheading in there. Oh my goodness, all the longbows out of ammo. Worst timing. GG being called for SoScared already? Wait, what? This game felt like we're like 10 minutes deep, but it's actually almost 18. Looking at the video timer. Oh no, GG being called by SoScared. Really? SoScared made amazing plays in the early game. What lost him the game eventually? Eco advantage. Straight up. The only thing... Oh, radar jammers as well. Nice touch. The only thing that kept Orb in the game was that SoScared didn't go for a raid on the mainline expansion there. That was in the forest, like the Schwarzwald expansion. Awesome match. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week. Tune in for the stream. Oh, there's a ladder as well. I'm 11th with 4 games played. I've barely played any games there. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on Tuesday stream. And, oh, awesome outro. I dig. Alright. See you guys next time. 5 Faces out. He's summoning Nikolai Tesla there. Awesome stuff.